Just getting into position. Yeah, cool. Thanks for coming. I am just working on this painting, getting everything going, warming up my hands. Let's see here. Where do I want to start today? You'll notice I'm using Nova Color paint with nothing else, just straight out of the tub. Let me know if you have any questions. I can't really like get to my live right now, but I always have technical difficulties when I'm in the live. So I'm using Nova Color paint and it's really tiny. This is actually a shader. It's a flat, tiny 10/0. And I'm just using this dark violet right out of the tub, Nova Color paint. I haven't even added mediums or anything to it. It's kind of why I like the paint so much. I can just grab it and use it. It's wet enough already. So I'm just trying to find some lines here, and I can always fix them later. You can always paint over it. It's like one of my mottos here. You can always fix things later. It's kind of cool when you don't have to, though, huh? Uh-huh. Sometimes you do. I don't really have any plans today. I'm just doing the usual. I'm just looking at it and thinking to myself, what needs to be done? All right. Such a tiny little brush. I think I'm going to leave that one. Can't really get that angle on my table. Haha. That's okay. Come on. Just be straight enough and it'll be fine with me. Cool. Now what? The antlers? Maybe her face? What do we need to do here? The flowers. Maybe I'll mess with those. next. Just little tiny touches here. Okay. Flowers. What color were those? I think it's this. Hansa yellow. I'm already making a mess. I just started. I'm already in a giant pile of art. Good morning. I hope you're all making art. You should paint live, Kyle. You should. It's fun. And go vertical. YouTube shows the vertical to more people than the horizontal. Right? They don't tell you that. It's true though. I really want to go live with like another person live, and I don't even understand like how's that gonna work? How are we gonna hear each other and not like feedback the whole time? Are we gonna be in headphones while we're painting? How's that work? Yeah. So that's good to see other artists on here. Yeah. Oh, you don't have enough? I'll come follow you after this. I'll sub your channel. Everyone who's watching, go follow, subscribe to Kyle so he can go live. Let's go, team. So I just really, so far I've only used Nova Color paint and water so far. And a $5 brush from Ben Franklin and a dollar store. Pretty sure this is dollar store brush. Yeah, I like those cheap filberts. Because I just destroy them. Why not? Alright, so there's like a little bit of orange in here. Let's just swirl some in. Just like a little hint of it. No plans. No plans, no rules. No limits. No problem. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy to go live. I've been wanting to the last couple weekends, and I just keep going and doing stuff and not going live. All right. I think the braids need a little something while those dry. The braids just need more color, like another little something. Let's try this. Quinacridone red, Nova Color. Shake it. This is my method. And use it right out of the container from the lid. All you need is a wet brush. Because this paint comes so wet, you don't need to add stuff to it. But if you want it to be clear, like right now, this is going to be, I don't know, can you see my stuff down here? Right now, this is going to be really, really red. Like, boom, dark. Not dark, vibrant. So if I wanted it to be a little bit more clear, I could add liquid text, matte medium to it. This thing's always plugged up when I'm live. Thanks, bro. Liquid text, matte medium. Wow. Always too much. That should be my motto. Always too much paint. So you have a bunch of matte medium. Now I have like basically clear red. So if I want to like touch up some little highlights here. Okay, that was way too much. If I want to, let's just get some of this off. If I wanted to touch up some highlights I've already done, I'd use this really clear part and just be like, hit them with a little bit more color. But I'm feeling bold. I think this needs like, dare I say white or pink. So instead of white, let's use pink to tint. Shade is when you add dark color, and tint is when you add light color. I just learned that recently. So I was like, okay. There's a little pink to tint my red with. And here's more red to mix with it. Ooh, I hope I don't get my phone with paint, but I might. So now I'm going to make a highlight for the braids out of just mixing the color underneath it with pink instead of white. Last time I added white, I don't know if you've ever added white to red, but it doesn't make a cool pink color. It makes a weird color. Like Pepto. Okay, here we go. We just want a couple highlights on the braids, nothing crazy. Couple little commitments. It'll dry darker. Don't be scared. You can always paint over it. Just trying to get some like depth going on in here. Motion stuff. Sun is hitting the braids. Or not the sun, but the glow. The universe that's shooting out of her head is is making her braids light up. Yeah, she's making a universe. Look at her. All right. Okay, and because it's a small filbert, if I really clean it and like wipe it, I can get this like kind of hard edge. And I could do real tiny stuff with it. This is why filberts are superior. That's why you can get them at dollar stores and do sick art with them. Come on, filbert. There we go. Little tiny dots of highlight. Just try stuff. Just try stuff. You can always paint over it. Get a little highlight there on the lips. I think this other braid was getting hit by this universe exploding from her head. So, phew. Let's get that going. Not really following it too perfectly. Okay, just wanted to get... Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy to see that. I've literally never mixed red with pink before to do a highlight, and I feel like it was a major success. Thank you very much. Thank you. Trying stuff is cool. It's more exciting than like following a recipe. Yeah. And you don't really waste paint, right? Because you can paint over it if you do certain paint styles. Not every style. You can't like paint over a Pollock, but you can. Just chunky. All right. What does it need up here? The flowers need attention. Lilies. They need their little... Yeah, they just need something like a shadow. Maybe a highlight. Let's go with highlight. Boom. Easier. I don't have to mix anything. So we're going to just highlight it with straight up Hansa yellow. Yeah. My Hansa's kind of dried out, so I'm going to hit it with some paint thinner, aka Liquitex Flow Aid. Boop. One drop. And now it has the consistency of like white out, so it's like super wet and also super thick. My favorite. This may or may not work. Highlight here. Highlight on the flowers. Man. There. I'm just trying to get some changes in here. It doesn't really matter to me if it follows rules or anatomy or whatever. Just something needed to happen. Something vague. All right, I think I need to just hit it with some white. All right, little white highlight, why not? Why not mix a tiny bit of this Hansa yellow into the white? Oh, the braids are looking good. Wait till it fully dries though, it'll be darker. I need titanium white. And it's in a giant container right in front of me. This is why I use Nova Color paint. This is like, I don't know, let's say $30. This is 2 years worth. It'll last me 2 years. Okay. I get so excited about cheap stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take the titanium white, mix it with the Hansa yellow for my highlight. Just barely. Okay. Here we go. Tiny little highlight hits. You've seen me do this and talk about this in my videos. Just whatever the color was that you're working on, make it a darker or lighter version of that color and hit it with something, just a thing. Highlight. Yeah, I liked that one. That felt good. Oh, I almost knocked over a giant paint. That would have been crazy. And hilarious. Okay, that made me happy. Yeah, that really did make me happy. The flowers feel way more done now. Tiny highlight. Nothing's really matching up perfect, and I don't care. I like it messy. Alright, that made me super happy to add that little touch of highlight. The flowers feel way more done, right? I mean, come on. Way more done. Now, the antlers need something, a shadow. Let's do a shadow on the antlers with raw umber. Alright. Oh, I really don't know what I'm doing here. This could go bad. I say we'd go for it. What brush do I want to use? This one? I'm gonna have to go with the filbert again, so I can control myself here. There we go. Tiny crafting filbert to the rescue. Ooh, I think I changed my mind. We're gonna go back to the mini shader. Straight out of the lid with a wet brush. Too wet. Okay, straight out of the lid. We're just gonna try to do something, quote unquote, to the to the antlers so they have more going on. Stuff and things happening. All right, this stuff has to move it to my way. Goodbye. Hopefully this adds something I like. Just a little hit of change. Yeah, I like it. I will continue. You know, you can always wipe something off when the paint's wet. Or take a wet brush and paint it off. That's super easy. I mean, you probably can't do that with tube paint. No offense to all tube paints on Earth. But with Nova Color, if you mess up, you can wipe it off. Whoop. Alright. There's still like... just something is off. They're feeling too symmetrical or something. Alright, I'm just going to keep going, hoping I don't hit wet paint up here. Because I was hoping to finish this painting during the live, and it's funny to try to make a date to finish a painting, like, but I want to, come on. Let me finish you, painting. Stop asking for more stuff. Alright. Luckily, I can always paint over it, huh? Some of these marks are going to get painted over by the previous color. Just cover And reveal. Let's just say that that's all of art right there, covering and revealing. All right, here we go. Come on, antlers. Do you look done? I don't really want to do a highlight on them. I like them blending in. What about the flowers? Are they just hanging there and floating? I think they should be on some stalks. Stalkies. Chromium oxide green. Oh, I just got it all over me. Towel. Towel. Emergency. Oh, it's not so bad. It's just paint. Well, a lot of stuff over here. All right, I was actually thinking about adding a couple of vines in here too, now that I have my chromium oxide. Okay, everything move back. Just gonna try to get something in here. And I might have to change it later. The floating thing wasn't working for me. Okay, the flowers are no longer floating. And all right, there's this blue thing I was gonna deal with. Let's see, what blue should I use? I think I should use this ultramarine blue. I haven't really messed with it. What about this? Whoa, that is bright. I think I am going to grab some of this matte medium so that it's not so bright at first. Oh, it's still bright. Wow, look at that color. I've literally never used this Nova Color paint color. I just got it. Ultramarine blue. See what it looks like back here with this. This looks like cerulean. Okay, here we go. All I'm doing is trying to fix this little spiral aura thing and give it some more life. Yep. So I mixed it with a matte medium, so it really reined it back. So this is how the color is with the matte medium. And then here it is straight out of the jar. Ooh. Right? So I made like a very transparent version of it so that the background could still show through a little bit. I love when the background can still show through a little. Alright, that was a little too much paint, so I'm gonna wipe some off. Watch this. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, wiping that off. With the dry brush. Okay, there's the front. Fixed it. Too much paint up here, same dry brush. I'm just pulling the paint off. Look at that. Brought it back. So as long as the paint's wet, you can do kind of whatever you want to it. It acts just like oil paint, as they say, but without all those weird chemicals. Okay. The blue's in there. I like it. Take that edge off. Fixed the white part. Kinda. Where is... Funny. Just fixing that curve there. That was kind of catching my eye. And putting a little hit of white in here. Okay. Couldn't help it. Little white hit there. Tiny one here. Come on, tiny. Very small. Oh, yeah. Too much. Let's take it off. Not a problem. Everything's all chilled this morning. It's like it never existed. See that? Dry brush. Got rid of my mistake. Goodbye. Now, do I want to... Just a couple more swooshes on those flowers. I can't look away. Come on. Just a couple. Like, I just know in my mind it's not done. Okay, that was pretty much what I needed on that. Just something under the edge. Top edge. And don't touch it. All right. That is good for me. Now I want to do some like white dots coming out of the flowers. I don't think I'm going to use paint pen, so let me find the perfect little dot brush. I think it was the one I just had. Yeah. It's kind of what I was hoping would happen. It just breaks those lines up. Yep. And then I think I even need a smaller brush. Is it possible to have one smaller than that? Yes, it is. Look at that. Because I was just thinking there needs to be something around this. Okay, some little stars. A universe is exploding out of her head. She's got stuff going on, things on her mind. So the stars are starting to come out down here a little. Just a tinier brush. That's another thing. If you're making a bunch of patterns and you don't know what to do, just change brush sizes. Tiny ones in there, a couple small ones. Okay, the universe. It's coming out of her head, and I'm feeling it. Sparkles. Now, we need to do one last thing at least. When I say one last thing, I mean one last thing in 75 parts, obviously. Okay. Oh, I'm having so much fun painting this. Thanks for watching me and for saying hi. Hello, Kyle, if you're still there. All right. Okay. Pretty stoked actually on that. And let's see, what else does she need? I kind of like how ghosted her face is, or I would add more to it. I'm kind of into the ghosting. Cool. And should we do highlights on the antlers? I mean, come on. I like them like that. What about some dark outlines? Why don't I just try it? Classic favorite. Moving some of this paint because I'm about to elbow it off the table. All right. Just a tiny bit. At the very beginning here, I think. Oh yeah, that's cool. And now, I think I need this Hansa yellow in here. That's what I need. I mean, if the universe is exploding out of her head, there's going to be a tiny bit of shine on the antlers. It's probably going to be white too. Just put that there for now. Okay. Antler shine. Just barely too. I don't want to do too much. Just a couple tiny little hits of it. Right. It was like a tiny little dot. Love to do little dots. Makes me happy. Interesting. That makes me happy. And then obviously down here they're gonna get. Yep. Okay, so let's take a look around and see what else does she need. I like the flowers. They're not super defined, but I like that. The consciousness thing. The universe is shooting out of her head. Feels good. I mean, the colors are dark, but I like them like that. 36 minutes. Hey, thanks for watching me paint. Hope I didn't mumble too much, and I hope that I inspired at least one person that watched this to paint. Just get the paint out and go for it. You can always paint over it. It doesn't matter if anyone likes it. As long as you had fun for a couple minutes and it made your life feel worth living, I say it's pretty important. So get out there or in there, go into a cave and make some art. Thanks for watching me paint. Bye.